any wool. Yes sir, 3 bags full. G'day guys, we are back doing something quite exciting. This is our egghead. I named the painting. It's called Egghead. It's a funny name. I think I'm a funny guy. The reason we called it Egghead is because it's made exclusively from egg, which is pretty exciting. So, the next thing to do on it is I'm going to go through a blue phase on it. Blue phase being, I'm going to add just a whole bunch of colours. See what happens to it. Might ruin it, might save it. Who knows? But there's one way to find out. By attacking it with paint. So, having a little sip here. And during that little sip, I'm going to check. What's that? That meme. I'm gonna check my social media. City home when you're here. When you're here. Let me just have a little look-see here. Boom. Perfect. We're all sorted. Fuzz Sparta. Great name. Good for you. And let's just have a little bit of a look-see here. A little bit of a look-see. Yeah, we're all good. Now I just need to send an important person. So I'm driving off to somewhere else later on today. And that's not right now. So I did have a plan. I had a amazing Maui picture to paint, and I had a lovely boy with a dog to work on. Both commissions. We've deviated a little bit right now. Why have we deviated? We've deviated because I want to start working on the hula girl, our Maui girl, with a few other pigments. And I don't have the pigments I want. So rather than starting incorrectly, yeah, I just paused. Maybe a little bit of a mental block. Who knows? But the key to it is this one here isn't a commission. It's just a wild, weird painting. I actually got this one by asking Chatbot GBT, the version of it that does images, DALL-E 2, correct me if I'm wrong, asking that bot to do a man smiling for me. Old man smiling, that was the 3 words, and this is what it gave me. So that's pretty cool. And now I've got bored of it in its current form. I'm still not entirely sold on these little white lines, if you can see them, like drips running through. So I'm going to add a bunch of blue to it, a little bit transparent, and see where that goes. You saw me in town, but you didn't say hi and come grab a photo. Well, Luna, that's straight up rude. Kyle, thank you very much. Ha! I should be an artist. I am an artist. It's all I do. It's my full-time gig. And here's some paint. I made this paint. I made this from scratch. This is my own paint. And that means I can control every single ingredient that makes it possible. You weren't sure if it was me. You know what you do if you're not sure if it's the person you're looking for? You have an object to hide behind, and then you yell out their name. So in this case, you'd go, Seb, and then you'd hide. And then glance up, and if I'm still looking around for where it came from, you've got your person. But if I'm just walking and haven't paid any attention, either I know what you're up to and I'm trying to ignore you, which gives you your answer anyway, or I wasn't the person. But either way, you've missed an opportunity. Blue's your favorite? Well, here is this is the most potent ultramarine you will come across. I mean, this is so strong. You can already see it on the outside of this. Look at that. It's literally consumed this whole glass. And I'm going to pour it into this. We're not doing anything dramatic here. This is literally just this color. And you can get an idea of the viscosity from doing this. Ready? This isn't the cobalt. This is ultramarine. And you can look at that there. It's thick, but it will behave, with the pigment strength of ink. Why? Because I mixed it myself and I added so much pigment to it. Raw pigment. So this stuff's full on powerful, and then to add in there, I've got myself some distilled water. It's good stuff. Yeah, stay hydrated, team. So got some distilled water here, and hey Luna, hey Caro, hey everyone. Good to have you here. Distilled water goes in here. Now the reason I'm adding a little bit of water to this is because I want to get that delightful transparency occurring. We may not even get the transparency. It may just be that I made this way too pigmented. Like, it's not off the cards that I just made the paint too strong. So, we will find out. Here we go. And if it is just too strong, simply too strong, then that's okay. We'll just completely alter this painting. This painting doesn't have a home. It's not going to become Prince. I'm not going to list it for sale. So we just keep putting layers on it and changing it. And part of the, if it had a purpose, a goal, something to be, if this painting had a purpose for existing at all, it's probably to show me some methods around that ghost is very distracting, but it's very cool. Thanks, Luna. I just got my trail of thought back and I lost it to the next ghost. And again, okay, I'm just going to take a moment and have a sip of coffee. 1 second. Yum. And yes, this is a brand new white bowl. I like it because it is symmetrical, but it's got sort of a deviation around the lip of it, which just makes it fun to hold. This painting's just to have some fun with layering. It's entirely made from egg. So this painting's made from egg with paint that I made myself. Made the paint myself, made it with egg yolk. Don't worry, it's not a weird technique. It's the most old school, common, non-toxic, phenomenal, longest lasting technique there is. The painting The Last Supper is made with it. I'd love to, Taylor, but not today. All that one. Give me 40 years, 20 years, give me 10 years. I'm going bald in the front already, guys. See that? It's already starting to go back a little bit on each side. So, yeah, give me 10 years. I'll be 40 by then. And when I'm 40, that's what I have to look forward to. But I'll be lucky if I've got these same wrinkles for all the evidence of lots of smiles. I had something else to say, but you gonna make me lost it. Yeah, beautiful pigment. Beautiful, powerful pigment. Oh, sorry, egg tempera. Everything it's got going on in it. First off, egg tempera is absolutely perfect for getting an iridescent glow out of the work. And if you're like, ooh, that's weird, it's a food. Well, all paints have some sort of food quality to them in a weird way. Once I tell you this, you'll be like, oh, interesting. Most paints have a water as their binder. Watercolor, gouache, egg tempera uses a bit of water. And so water's in food. You drink water. Here's some water. Cheers. And then the other one you've got, the other wild card, is you've got bada bing bang bong oil paints, which literally have linseed oil, which we use for cooking sometimes. So anyway, Luna, we might get paint on the shirt. This stuff here is far more runny. Its viscosity is far looser, thinner. So there is a high likelihood that I get some on the shirt. And if we do, it's not the end of the world. This is just a op shop shirt. There is a few dots already on it that have affected it. And if we get a few more, so be it. That's life. Let's find out. Johnny K. Johnny, did you change your name and profile picture? If you did, fantastic. Love it. And if you're someone completely new, I'm sorry. I've just associated you with a person you're not. Terrible of me. Anyway, we are about to get started. Now, one wild card here is I have the paint, but I do not have the image. There is no image at the moment. I might bring up the image, probably. But for the most part for this picture, I'm just going to work from imagination. Sigaran Kuran wants to join in on the live. I've never seen their name before, So we're going to say no at this point, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. Now let's get, bada bing bang boom. I'm going to get the picture. The picture's fun. And then that way, if I have it on my phone here, I can show you the picture too. And you'll be like, oh, that's a dumb picture. Or you'll be like, ooh, that's pretty cool. Let me just see if I can track it down here. If I can figure out what I did with it. I had it, then I lost it, and now I need to find it. Problem is, I do these reels, and you get like 45 pictures, little videos after making the reel, because they all edit together. And then after you've done that, you've got to flick past them all to try and find what you're actually looking for. Got it. Here we go. Bing, bing. Is that the end? Oh, yeah, perfect. So here's our man. Voila. Ching, 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 ching. And guys, I'm a bit disappointed. How many people here do we have who are regulars? How many regulars do we have here? I see some names here. Lavender, Connie, Luna, Sally Valley. Guys, I got a haircut and it cost me $40 and it's not getting any love. So that's disappointing. I'm very proud of it. And I left all the length on top so it can keep swishing around and I can feel pretty before I lose all my hair in the next couple of years. And the sides are short so I can listen easier. So anyway, opinion on the phenomenon of when people look at art and individually attach different emotions. Lol, JK jumping in with a question immediately. Well, that's exactly what art is. I'll give you an opinion on that, and then I'm going to start. But I'm just gazing around right now because I want to get a little stand for this to go on. And I think I've got one somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. I had one lying around here somewhere. I think you can hear me as I wander off. I did have one. I swear I had one. But what I did with it is always anyone's guess. I don't really need it, team. I'll use this one instead. I've got a bunch of mechanisms for holding something, but you know how you have your favorite mechanism? The one thing that you want? Here we go. This is the one we're after. Okay. I'm going to put this one on too. It's going to be a phone, so it's going to be pretty light. So I think I can wrap this onto here. Let me just... There we go. Onto there, and then we're going to lift it up a little bit. Make sure I don't knock over my water, otherwise you'll all have to listen to me complain a little bit. Then I'm going to get my little phone here and put it on here. Make sure it's not too heavy so it doesn't fall down. It's not, it's all perfect. Pushing the stool out of the way. And then guys, honestly, with all due respect, you're a little bit close. So I'm going to move you away. Are you ready to be moved away? It's not you, it's me. There we go. Back you go. Put you there. Move that one out of the way slightly. You'd be like, how come Seb doesn't sort this all out before he starts? And honestly, I really do think I plan it all out, and then when I actually get into it, I want to change everything. So that's the world we live in. Here we go. Perfect. Is that the right position? We might move you guys across just a little bit here. How's that? Everyone happy? Everyone happy? I can see some likes coming up. I think that means we're happy. Now I'll just swipe it this way so I can see the comments clearly. Cool. Paint. Paint on the surface of the canvas. The reason we're all here to see what we can do with this. It's a good little set. It's actually a footstool, but I use it as a... It's a footstool, but I use it as a seat to sit on. I might actually adjust again, team. And you'll be like, make a decision, mate. I'm going to bring you in here so you can really see what's going on. That's a good one. How's that? That's a good one. Unfortunately, you can't see my snazzy shoes, so I'll just show you. Look at that. What is that? It's got grip on the bottom too. I got them for, hold on. I love these shoes, but I've got a thing. There we go. $45 from the op shop. What a absolute winner. I walked past them twice and thought, nah, they're too much. And then on the third pass, I was like, you know what? I like them. I'm going to get them. So now I've got a snazzy pair of Italian shoes. Do I need them? Absolutely not. Were they $45 and I got wildly excited? Yep. And you know what? I'm a grown-up now. So if I want to get myself a $45 pair of shoes from an op shop and wear them around like I bought them new, but not pull off the price tag so everyone thinks I'm cool, then I'll do that. All right. I am a delightful age of, have a guess, 30. I'm 30 years old, 30 years young. Do I look 30? Do I look older? Wolfgang. Of course I remember that name, Wolfgang. You're always welcome here. Welcome on back in as we dabble around here. We did have a plan to attack some of the paintings. I don't have the pigments I want to do it right. So, we'll just play around today. Just play around. I thought early 20s. Yeah, I get that, guys. I still get ID'd everywhere I go. Supermarkets, liquor stores. The security guard in bars, like if I ever go out clubbing, which is like never. If I do go out, the security guard will normally be like, show me your ID. And then like, give you that angry, fishy look, like, nah. But if I let it grow out a little bit, which we're gonna do in November. So in about 5 days, we're just gonna grow the mustache for Movember. And we're gonna do it, if you guys know what Movember is, wherever you are in the world. But the goal is to do that and try and support the charity cause that Movember supports. And I'll get a silly mustache in the process, which will be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Quincy. Hello, Quincy. Is the Hula Girl finished? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I need some more pigments. So if you notice here, we're doing a blue phase on this one because I'm waiting on a particular pigment that I need to go to a particular shop on the complete other side of Auckland for tomorrow. Normally I'm not so fussy, but this Hula Girl needs to be done right, and I want the correct color. So I lied to all the subs. Guys, I'm so sorry. For the subscribers who heard me say we were coming in here and doing Boy with Dog and Hula Girl, and now we're doing this guy, I lied to you outright. So we are doing Eggman. Egghead, I'm calling him. Egghead, because his head kind of looks like an egg, and he's entirely made out of egg. Two very fun reasons to call him Egghead. At least I reckon. Not in Vegas yet, no, but there is some exciting plans that have been talked about. Always exciting plans. Enjoy your life while working. I'm just going to enjoy your life while oh, gotcha. I thought you meant, I don't know what I thought. I wasn't listening very carefully. Reading very carefully. But absolutely, get some work done, Wolfgang. Join me, hang out, and get some work done. Here we go. Poppin' Blues. That's what we're adding now. New Zealand art scene, what's received well? It's a good question. New Zealand art scene's smaller than a lot of the art scenes in the rest of the world, but does that really matter? I guess you could call it, I mean, compared to the American art scene, is it borderline boutique? It's not fair. New Zealand art scene. A lot of landscapes, because New Zealand's got beautiful landscapes, so that's kind of fair. But what else would you say there was going on for New Zealand art scene? I think lots of cultural art, lots of art done by the indigenous population or inspired by the indigenous population, similar to somewhere like Africa or somewhere like Australia, where the tangata whenua, people of the land, inspire how the coats of paint or the type of art that you do, whether it be weaving, flax work, all this sort of stuff. Have I seen Dali? Yes, I have seen Dali. I was one of the first people who put money into Dali to actually get it to generate pictures. So much so that this is one of the pictures from Dali. So yeah, I know Dali. This picture here was generated by Dali. Crime to hide a face with hair. Well, did I do that? I actually cut hair off, so I think I did what you're asking. I would have thought, but you never know. Ooh. Dali 3 is free. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, the one I paid for, I put $80 into it. I got 150 photos, and this one was my favorite, so now we paint it. So now we paint. What happened to Macklemore? Just thought of him because so now we paint, and we danced, and we cried, and we had a really, really, really good time. But then he just disappeared. I miss Macklemore. He was cool when I was at university. He was the guy. Get some paint running down my fingers here. Get that off. You like it? That's fantastic. That video was epic. What was the video? I forget. Howard's back. Welcome, Howard. 2 times in a row, Howard. Oh, good to have you back. I'm going to grab some white, mix it with a little bit of blue, see where that takes us. Do it in this cup here. A little bit of white. Lovely. It's lovely. Whoop. And then a little bit of blue. Lovely. 1 and 2, and then a little bit of water for me. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And a little bit of coffee for me. What did I study? I studied art, and then I swapped out and did art history and philosophy. But you can figure out that all in my bio, which was really fun. Water's important, and you're made up of 70% water. So I wouldn't trust Connie, because she's just water telling us how much she loves water. Strikes me like that's a sponsored ad. Here we go. You're all good, Connie. I'm just having you on. And we danced. And we cried. And we had a really, really, really good time. There we go. Beautiful. Splashing this around. And we're just going to let these blues slowly take over the entire picture. For better or for worse. It's hard to tell at this stage, but it's a wild world. There we go. Came out the other week. Well, if it didn't come out this week, then by saying it came out the other week is always true, because it could be any other week, right? Would be my way of thinking. And Connor, I appreciate you, mate. I appreciate you. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. Grab this. Turn off this here. That'll stop that noise. And then bear with me. Bear with me. It's over here. I want this thing. I'm going to do some little tweaks. And you'll be like, don't tweak, but trust me. How is that? If that's a bit of an improvement, it means I don't need to speak so obnoxiously loudly. I can sort of just chat as I add the colours on. But if it picks up too much background noise, let me know. Because we don't want too much background noise. We want just the right amount. There we go. And that's another fun thing. It can pick it up when I whisper, which is kind of cool. That's all I drink. People say it. I like to have the lovely, lovely, lovely taste of sparkling water, because it's less about the taste and more about that delightful texture, which I get a real kick out of. Especially when the burps, when you hold them in and then you let it go out your nose rather than your mouth, and it gives you that steaming feeling. Big fan of that. A little bit weird, but big fan of that. I need green. No. I skip green a lot, but for better or for worse. Lovely. Get that saturation over this crowd. There we go. All the way to the edge. All the way to the edge. Hair looking fresh. Thank you. Been holding out for that all day. Someone would enjoy my hair. So. I need to check out this DALL-E 3 by the sounds of it, because it sounds like DALL-E 3 is popping off, which is pretty exciting if you ask me. Pretty exciting. Just edged lines. This here's just edged lines. It could be. I'm not quite sure what that means. This has gone through lots of layers though. Lots of layers, lots of iterations, lots of changes. So I think most appropriately, it's just a whole bunch of layers really. Chalky layers, one on top of the next. One on top of the next. Fantastic. On shirt, just edged lines onto shirt. I'm confused. Betty, you're confusing me. I'm trying to follow. I'm doing my best to follow, but you're losing me. Van Gogh is sick. Do you mean sick in a good way or sick in an unhealthy kind of way? He was kind of both, actually. Delightful. Painting reminds you of Ramdas? Well, that sounds pretty fun. I'm sure Ramdas is a pretty cool individual. Here we go. Just going to splash a few little lines across there. Up into the head here. Voila. There we go. And up and around here. Lovely. More. Get that whole background covered in blue. Build out that blue, baby. Can I show the painting from yesterday? The painting from yesterday will make another appearance, but not right now. I need to get some pigments for it, and once it gets its pigments, we'll be away. We will be away. Away, away. There we go. Dabble a little bit over there. It's like we're in a minor equivalent of Picasso's thing. In our own little blue phase. Which is kind of cool. There we go. Dabble up through there. And over the top there. Hello. Just like that. Get a little bit more, what's the word? Rambunctious. Bounce them around a bit more. See where those colours can take us. see where we want them to take us. There you go. Slap that paint on a little bit. Get rough with it. There we go. And then sneak a little bit round these parts. And up over here, right up to the edge. Building up to the ceiling. The whole way up. You beautiful, beautiful canvas. One smooth, elegant stroke at a time. We've almost run this colour out too, so I can dive in and grab a whole bunch more of the white. That's the plan. Yeah, that's the one. A lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle. We bomb away. There we go. Beautiful. And now I might just grab a little bit more blue. Pour that into here. Lovely. Too much blue. Too much. You've overwhelmed the picture. It's different now. It's not the same. It's true. It shouldn't be. Every painting goes through changes. As it slowly gets an opportunity to become what it can be. And we might let the blues gently overwhelm most of the colour palette. And then we might bring it back. We might let it settle. But the most important thing is that we allow the artwork to change, to develop, to become something new, to lose a bit of that pink and that magenta, and get a bit of that ultramarine, the intense, the very, very intense colour palette. There we go. Ideal. And all around here. All right. How are we looking? I'm going to send you back a little bit more. There we go. Here we go. How are we looking? That is a lot of blue. Oh my God, why didn't you guys stop me? We had way too much blue there. We've ruined it now. God, jeepers, guys. I thought you were spotting me. Keeping an eye out for things like this, making sure they didn't happen. There we go. A little bit of white coming out here. Into the blue. There we go. And just going to dabble around here. A few little wild strokes, team. Let it take over. Add more orange. Add more green. Add more red. Yeah. We've got lots of colours. Lots of colours. All will get their moment. Their little flashy few seconds in the spotlight. On this giant egghead painting. Of course they will. There we go. The blue makes them look happier. Well, that's a good sign. That's a very good sign. I would have thought the blue would have been like a Keith Urban song at a country music festival. Provided that was what was making you a wee bit sadder. But who knows? There we go. this one. Blue looks good on the sky. I'm going to pull that air in a little bit. It's snuck its way out just a little bit deep. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thanks, Glenn, you champion. Betty, I told you. About the blue. Yeah. You did, Betty. You did. You put in the early warning. That's true. We will all acknowledge that. You were like, no, don't do it. But that's okay. Like I say, paintings go through stages. And this one's in its own little unique stage, heading in its own little unique direction. Building up layers one at a time. And our only job is to appreciate it while it does that. Which I reckon is a pretty cool, simple job to have. I don't have sound. Let me see here. We should definitely have sound, DJ San. So there should be sound here. I think you might have a button on the wrong way. The here we go sounds like the here we go sounds like ASMR. Yeah, I guess it kind of might. I do say it quite frequently. ASMR is pretty cool, actually. It's a new thing, and apparently it's very, very unresearched at the moment. So apparently there is some science to the way it can actually change the way you feel, and I'm not sure whether it's in a hypnotizing kind of way or whether it's actually something that just connects. I think it just connects through different flows of your brain. I think we hear certain sounds and they make us comfortable or uncomfortable. And if they're soft and reassuring, I think in the same way we can get hypnotized, we can just feel pleasure. Pleasure and confidence and comfort. That's kind of cool. But I don't think there's much more to it than that. I think it's also intriguing. I think that's definitely a factor. You hear these weird noises. You're definitely locked in. I've seen a few videos, like the shaving videos, where they shave a microphone and things. That's always wild and fun. And we're just running out this blue paint, one little stroke at a time. Bum, bum, bum. It's going well. It's my fault I use Bluetooth on the speaker. That's all good. It happens sometimes, DJ. Stopped your sleep paralysis. Interesting. Interesting. You know, I've heard a lot of people report amazing things. That things like ASMR or other things have as an effect. Blue. There we go. And we're just letting that previous layer come through a little bit. You'll see some of the oranges. You'll see some salmons. See some greens. It just gives this feeling of fun and depth to a background which is pretty static. Perfect. Give that a little bit of a dust off. Fantastic. This canvas is 36 inches by 40 inches. So it's very on the large side. And we are running ourselves out quite fast in terms of what paint we have left. Thanks, Emily. Ooh, a team bracelet. That's exciting. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. School's out for summer. Let's get these scratchy colours in here a little bit more. There we go. Just allow them to build up a few little pieces of this painting. Make it a bit more wild and free. There we go. After this, I have to dash off, pack up my art supplies, and head somewhere else. I'm house sitting for a few days. So, there's going to be a bit of travel taking place. But it means we'll stream in a few new locations, which I reckon is kind of fun. I reckon that's kind of fun. There we go. Put that one down there. Grab this one here. There we go. Just dabble this around in a few little spots. There we go. We're almost out of our paints. I've got some more coming tomorrow. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. So, there's where we've got to. Just a bit of fun. I just need to run those pigments out. I could only keep them for another 6 hours actually. I don't do it for 24 hours. You can keep them for longer, but I typically find if you hold on to these pigments, they change. They just do change. It's with egg, so it's a natural product. You need to use it fast. Kia ora whānau, kei te piha ko. I don't fully speak Māori actually, but I like where you're coming from. Getting up for work, Chris, you champion. So you went to TBC? Yes, I did. And morning from France. Hello, Leilani. Welcome on in. Stay up, please. I wish I could, but I'm out of paint. So we're in the final. I know it's a quick one today, but I spent the morning actually talking with a primary school. So some lovely little tackers between the age of, I think, what was the age group? They looked like they were from about 7 through to 12-ish. And thanks, Jules. It is. Thank you very much. 7 through to 12. And they asked me questions for just on and on and on and on. It was so cute about what's your favourite painting, what's your least favourite painting, what's your favourite colour, how do you become an artist, what's the most important thing about painting, dum, 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 dum. And so I was sitting right here and answering these questions. The school is about 2 hours south of here. So it was really, really fun to actually, pretty fun to be in a room of 65 little kids and them all, being a role model for them and basically just telling them they could do it if they want to and to enjoy art and have fun doing it. Kids always understand that message so much more when you say, have fun first, get the skills later. Kids are like, yeah, I can do that, I've got that. So that's always fun. Mark, long time ago. And I said, hi fam, how are you? Yeah, solid Ashy. I like it. And that's pretty cool. I was going to go to South Africa, but that plan's been put on hold because I've got a baby girl on the way. So that happens. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you to it. It's been a quick live, but it's been a fun live. I've got more pigments coming tomorrow, and we're going to attack the Hula Girl and the Boy with Dog to see a few more layers appearing on those. Apart from that, wishing you all the best. Look after yourselves, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye. Interesting form. Yeah, it is interesting form. And yes, indeed. But you don't have to sell your stuff to become an artist. This is the last thing. Make money to make art, not make art to make money. Cheers, guys.